Leadership New Jersey presents the 2010 Forum on the Future of New Jersey. This year's forum, State of Change, Building a Culture of Innovation and Creativity in New Jersey. This program was recorded November 9th, 2010 at New Jersey City University in Jersey City. In this program, the Springboard Address by Carlos Hernandez, Leadership New Jersey Class of 1991, the President of New Jersey City University. Mr. Hernandez will be introduced by Catherine Kish, Leadership New Jersey Class of 2003, and a co-chair of the Forum on the Future of New Jersey.
Well, the color of green, that's what we're all about today. The color of green, state of change, building the economy, creativity and innovation in New Jersey. I don't know how many of you were up with me yesterday. I've been all kind of confused by the daylight savings time change. So I've been up early in the morning, and I've been watching television early in the morning. And yesterday I caught the president live from India at, 6 in the morning. And he said something that really, really hit me as being so relevant to us today and so relevant to us in New Jersey. The president said, knowledge is the currency of the 21st century. Knowledge is the currency of the 21st century. And we are so happy to be here today at this place, this wonderful place of learning and knowledge and building green in New Jersey, because this is the kind of institution where it's going to happen. The Lieutenant Governor just talked about wanting to have her children be able to go to school in New Jersey and stay in New Jersey. And these kinds of wonderful institutions like the New Jersey City University are the kinds of places that will help us grow our children well and keep them here and imbue them with the sense that knowledge is the currency of the 21st century. And I am so delighted to be introducing the president of this wonderful institution, Carlos Hernandez, who, oh, by the way, is Leadership 1991. And Dr. Hernandez has been a long time player in this world of Jersey City, in this exciting economic development story. He has been president of this university since 1993, and he has shepherded it from an institution that was a state college to an institution that is a prominent urban university. Wonderful, wonderful track record for this school. And one of the things that I like is not only is Dr. Hernandez active in the academic organizations, and he's active in so very many of them, but he's also active in business organizations. And before the session today, one of the things we were talking about is how important it is to break through those individual silos and have the world of higher education speak regularly with the world of business and vice versa. So he not only speaks, he was even chair of the Hudson County Chamber of Commerce. So he's somebody who really gets in there and understands business and understands that business and academia are important together. He has been very active in forward and minority concerns and general academic concerns. And I'm also excited to discover that he is focusing on the impact of globalization on higher education. Because again, back to the president yesterday in India, that's part of the message. Not only is knowledge the currency, but the world is now global. We know right now that Jersey City is the center of it, but the world is a global place. So with that, I would like to bring the president of this institution to the podium. Carlos Hernandez, will you welcome us and give us a springboard?
Thank you so very much for those kind kind words. Springboard, I'm not sure exactly what that means. I have 15 minutes for springboarding activities, but I don't have 15 minutes worth of comments. I really want to share some concerns that I have about the environment in which we operate, and certainly you're going to have a panel discussion with some very significant individuals, and I think we want to give them as much time as possible to share their ideas, thoughts, and wisdom with you. Lieutenant Governor, I know she had to leave, but we had a wonderful talk earlier about this great city of Jersey City. I've been here since 1981. I've been at New Jersey City University for 38 years, and I've been its president for 17 years. So I know a little bit about the environment in which this institution operates. I want to thank Leadership New Jersey for selecting NJCU to host this session. NJCU is a very unique place. I know I met some of you yesterday, but I'll reiterate and echo some of the comments. NJCU is the one urban public university in the state of New Jersey. We're approximately 9,000 students strong. We are the fourth most diverse university in the country, according to U.S. News and World Report. We are unabashedly urban. That has been the mission of this institution for 80 years. That will never change. I'm its 10th president, and every president that has preceded me. And I know that every president that follows me will understand that first-generation college and university students who don't necessarily learn how to be successful at the breakfast table because they possibly haven't had someone in their families who preceded them with a university degree need to have the same opportunities for growth and prosperity. And that has been the wonderful mission of this place for 80 years, and that's what keeps me here. We are a federally designated HSI, Hispanic Serving Institution, as well as a designated MSI, Minority Serving Institution. That combination is extremely rare, to have that polyglot, that mixture of people in one educational environment. And I tell people, if you want to see the future of New Jersey, just walk down this campus. You'll get a sense of the vibrancy of what this environment offers. So I've been asked to give a springboard address. I will be mercifully brief. Let me begin by simply asserting that New Jersey currently is a culture of creativity and innovation. We don't need to create it, we are that. We are certainly the home of people like Thomas Alva Edison, Marconi, Walt Whitman, even though if you look carefully, Walt Whitman, as you know, was not originally from New Jersey, but he certainly lived the last part of his life here. We are the home of James Fenimore Cooper, Norman Mailer, Paul Robeson, Dorothy Parker, and even Martha Stewart. They hail from New Jersey. Shuttle astronauts Polanski and Reisman. Polanski just also happens to be on the board of the Liberty Science Center, a wonderful contributor to that institution, as well as Apollo astronauts Schirra and Schweikert. Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, Bruce Springsteen, John Amos, architect Michael Graves, who designed our William J. Maxwell College of Arts and Sciences, just a couple of places, a couple of steps down from here, there from the state. Flip Wilson and Phyllis Newman lived right around the corner from this campus on State Normal Place many, many years ago. Even the cartoon characters Felix the Cat and Mr. Magoo were created here in New Jersey. So we have a rich history of significant and stellar individuals. New Jersey is the pharmaceutical innovator of the country, and Jersey City, as you know, has become the head, if you will, of the financial centers of this country and indeed many parts of the world. If you took the tours of downtown Jersey City, you saw all that development that was largely developed as a result of the financial markets moving over here. Our colleges and universities produce superb creators of new knowledge as well as leaders. The challenge is, however, and this is where I want to spend my next couple of minutes, the challenge is, do we have the will and wherewithal to take the necessary steps that will allow the sustainability of this culture, the steps that will nurture the talent pool that lives here and that is changing day by day. This must be answered now in the face of many challenges and changes that are before us. I am certain we all agree that there are signs and concerns that need our attention today, and if we are to continue to excel, we certainly must address them quickly. Let me just give you an example of the dangers that imperil this culture of creativity and innovation. And it comes from my own world, that of public higher education. And as I look at it, actually, I do want to acknowledge my good friend and colleague, the president of Stockton State College, Herman Sedkamp. Herman, it's good to have you up in the northern part of the state. Good to have you here. We are justifiably proud of the fact that New Jersey has the highest percentage of high school graduates in the country that go on to college. That has been a reality for us for a long, long time. But we export more of those graduates to colleges and universities outside of the state than does any other state in the country. My good friend and colleague Bob Corrett, the president of Towson State University, came up to me recently and thanked me for the splendid job we do in preparing and supplying almost 30% of his entering freshman class. And he does that every year I see him. New Jersey leads the country in expenditure on K through 12, but consistently ranks 47th, 48th, 49th, and on occasion even 50th in the appropriation for public higher education. The pipeline is broken, and as a result, we are sending our young creative talent and future innovators away with the likelihood that they will not return to their home state. While public colleges and universities in neighboring states and across the country have benefited from sustained program and capital improvement investments, our institutions have not had a capital bond issue since 1988. That was 22 years ago. As a result, we have creatively borrowed, campaigned, and very recently partnered with the private sector for sorely needed dollars for fixing crumbling infrastructure and building new and much needed academic and support facilities. The net result of this activity has been that we are among the most indebted institutions in the nation, as well as among the most costly public institutions in which to attend and get a higher education. If our colleges and universities are indeed the engines that drive creativity and innovation, and therefore fuel the economic prosperity of New Jersey, we must find ways to change this trajectory of disinvestment. It is the thing that threatens our future viability. Creativity is a phenomenon that is initiated and exhibited at the individual level. It is the production of novel and useful ideas. Innovation, on the other hand, operates much more at the group or organizational level. It is the successful implementation of creative ideas within an organization. A culture that sustains and nourishes both requires affirmative action on the part of the individual citizen, as well as the public and private organizations that rely on this culture for its very sustenance. The more college presidents, and Herman and I do this a lot, cry out for help, the more we are characterized as self-serving. What we need are champions outside of the academic community to clearly articulate that the culture of creativity and innovation we so desperately need requires a significant reinvestment in our institutions. Historically, the public K-12 sector was the great social equalizer. It prepared generations of workers for the great industries and opportunities of the 20th century. In this, the 21st century, a college or university degree will be and has become the new great equalizer. Though not compulsory, a better educated New Jerseyan is a must if we are to compete not only with other states like Maryland and Pennsylvania and New York, but if we're also to compete with the increasingly complex global educational marketplace. And all you need to do is look at the professional journals in higher education to see how other countries are leapfrogging us in so many different ways because of their ramped up investment in their institutions of public higher education. I know I've only scratched the surface of a very complex matter in these brief remarks, but as I recall Leadership New Jersey 1991, it posed many more questions than it answered, and challenged me to think about my role as an emerging leader in the state of New Jersey. This is as it should be. I trust that your experience with Leadership New Jersey, as well as your commitment to leadership, creative thinking, and seeking innovative solutions to difficult problems will help sustain the culture that has evolved here, one that will hopefully add many, many more names to the list of famous New Jerseyans who have impacted the country and the world. The New Jersey talent pool is indeed rich. Let no one tell you that it's not. It is diverse, it is multilingual, it is multicultural, multi-ethnic, and increasingly urbanized. Again, those of you probably know that New Jersey is the most urbanized state in the country, and that will certainly be our reality. Though challenged, this culture that we seek to sustain can indeed be made to flourish. It will take the focus and dedication of individuals such as you and your organizations that support your participation in Leadership New Jersey to ensure its success. I thank you for your involvement. I thank you for your commitment. I thank you for your time. I thank you for visiting New Jersey City University. If you have an opportunity at the end of your stay here, walk through the campus. Get a sense of what it's like to be in an urban public university that reflects the diversity not just of New Jersey, but that in fact reflects the world. Very comfortable environment. It's a place where learning takes place everywhere, every day, all the time. Like all of our public colleges and universities in New Jersey, the investment in our institutions is certainly an investment in the culture of creativity and innovation that we so desperately want to see occur every day, every year from now on in this state. Thank you so very much for your time.
We hope you enjoyed this Leadership New Jersey presentation of the 2010 Forum on the Future of New Jersey. If you'd like more information about Leadership New Jersey, please visit the website www.leadershipnj.org. We produce these programs in the studios of Professional Podcasts in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, on the web at professionalpodcasts.com. For everyone at Leadership New Jersey, this is Steve Lubetkin. Thank you for being with us, and take good care.